Men, when a woman cheats, she rarely admits it directly. Instead, she hides behind excuses. But here's the truth. Those excuses actually reveal her lies instantly. Today, I'll show you 7 excuses that expose a cheating woman on the spot. These aren't just random excuses I made up. These are the exact phrases that cheating women use repeatedly, almost like they're reading from the same playbook. And once you know what to listen for, you'll never be fooled again. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and comment if you've ever heard one of these excuses. It could help another man. Excuse number 1, I was just busy. This is the go-to excuse when she can't account for her time. You ask where she was for 3 hours, and suddenly she was just busy with vague activities she can't quite explain. Here's what you need to understand. Loyal women explain their schedules naturally. They'll tell you, I was at the grocery store, then stopped by my mom's house, and got stuck in traffic coming home. They give details because they have nothing to hide, but a cheating woman gets defensive and vague. I was just running errands, or I had stuff to do becomes her standard response. She can't give specifics because she wasn't where she claims to be. The telltale sign is the shift in communication style. If she used to give you detailed updates about her day, and suddenly everything becomes, I was just busy, pay attention. That's not normal behavior change. Watch for the pattern. If she used to share her day freely, but now everything is just busy, that's your red flag. Honest people don't suddenly become secretive about mundane activities. Excuse number 2, you're just overthinking. This is pure gaslighting designed to shut down your suspicion. When you notice something feels off, she immediately dismisses your concerns as overthinking. She wants you to doubt your own instincts. Your gut is telling you something's wrong, but she's training you to ignore that voice. You're being paranoid, and you're imagining things are variations of the same manipulation. Here's what's happening psychologically. She's making you question your own perception of reality. Instead of addressing your specific concerns, she's attacking your ability to assess situations correctly. Here's the reality. Your instincts exist for a reason. When something feels off in your relationship, there's usually a valid cause. A loyal woman doesn't dismiss your concerns. She addresses them directly. A faithful woman might say something like, I understand why that seems suspicious. Let me explain what actually happened, instead of making you feel mentally unstable for noticing inconsistencies. If she consistently makes you feel crazy for noticing changes in her behavior, she's deflecting. Faithful partners want to resolve your worries, not make you question your sanity. Excuse number 3, he's just a friend, the oldest excuse in the book, and somehow men keep falling for it. When you question her relationship with another man, she immediately plays the friendship card. But here's what's telling. If she has to keep repeating that he's just a friend, chances are he's not. Genuine friendships don't require constant justification or repeated explanations. The problem isn't that she has male friends. The problem is the secrecy and defensive behavior surrounding this particular friendship. Normal friendships are casual topics, not sources of constant reassurance. Pay attention to her behavior around this friend. Does she light up when he texts? Does she get defensive when you ask about their conversations? Does she suddenly need privacy when talking to him? Does she compare you to him or bring him up in unrelated conversations? Real friendships are transparent. She'll include you in conversations, introduce you properly, and won't act secretive about their interactions. When she's constantly emphasizing the just friends angle, she's trying to convince herself as much as you. Excuse number 4, it didn't mean anything. This excuse usually comes after you've discovered something. Maybe you found flirty texts, saw suspicious photos, or caught her in a compromising situation. Her response? It didn't mean anything. But here's the contradiction. If it truly meant nothing, why did she hide it? Why didn't she mention it casually? Actions that don't mean anything don't require secrecy. This excuse is designed to minimize the betrayal and soften the blow. She's hoping you'll accept that it was meaningless and move on. But if she's saying it, it already meant too much. Think about it logically. People don't hide meaningless interactions. If someone waves at her in the grocery store, she doesn't hide that from you because it truly means nothing. But secret meetings, hidden conversations, or deleted messages all required deliberate concealment. The very fact that she did something she now needs to explain away proves it crossed a line. Loyal women don't put themselves in situations they'd later need to dismiss as meaningless. Excuse number 5. You don't trust me? This is deflection at its finest. Instead of addressing your concerns, she turns the conversation back on you. Suddenly, you're the problem for not trusting her. She's shifting the blame to make you feel guilty for being suspicious. But here's what a loyal woman does differently. She doesn't turn your concerns into guilt trips. This technique is called DARVO: deny, attack, and reverse victim and offender. She denies wrongdoing, attacks your character for being suspicious, and positions herself as the victim of your unfair accusations. A faithful partner might feel hurt by the lack of trust, but she'll still address your specific concerns. She won't make you the villain for noticing suspicious behavior. When she immediately plays the victim card instead of reassuring you, she's avoiding the real issue. She'd rather make you feel bad for asking than provide the transparency that would rebuild trust. The healthy response would be, I understand why you're concerned. Let me show you what actually happened so you can feel better about this. Excuse number 6. We were just talking. This excuse minimizes emotional cheating, which many women use as a stepping stone to physical betrayal. She frames intimate conversations with other men as just talking, but just talking often involves sharing personal details she doesn't share with you, seeking emotional support from him instead of you, or discussing relationship problems with him rather than working through them with you. Emotional affairs typically start as just talking, but quickly escalate. She starts confiding in him about your relationship problems, sharing her dreams and fears, and creating an emotional intimacy that should be reserved for you. Innocent conversations don't require secrecy. They don't happen at odd hours. They don't involve deleting message histories, and they don't make her act differently toward you. If she's having deep personal conversations with another man while becoming distant with you, that just talking is emotional cheating. It's often the gateway to physical betrayal because emotional connection typically precedes physical attraction. Excuse number 7. Why do you always assume the worst? Another deflection tactic meant to make you feel guilty for being observant. She's positioning your reasonable concerns as character flaws. This excuse serves 2 purposes. It makes you doubt your judgment and shifts focus away from her suspicious behavior. Instead of explaining her actions, she's attacking your reaction to them. She's trying to train you to accept suspicious behavior without question. By labeling your concerns as assuming the worst, she's conditioning you to feel guilty about your natural protective instincts. A loyal woman doesn't get frustrated with you for caring about the relationship. She doesn't make you feel guilty for wanting transparency and honesty. When she consistently frames your concerns as assuming the worst, she's training you to stop asking questions. She wants you to accept suspicious behavior without investigation.